I'm Paul Beveridge from Paul Beveridge and Company. I'm going to play a song for you about my dad called Dear Father. It's part of a bunch of songs that I've written recently. They're all about hurt and fear, mostly as it pertains to my life. So yeah, this song I started writing to sort of collect, I guess, the thoughts and feelings I've had about my dad growing up. You know, my dad's dad, you know, for a part of his life was an alcoholic, and that did some really horrible things to my dad and to his family. And my dad's dad didn't tell my father that he loved him until basically he died. Yeah, just the amount of effort that my dad has put into making my life and my brother's life good has been phenomenal. And so I think just struggling through some of those things and trying to approach it in a way that gives my dad the credit he deserves, but also sort of expressing some of my fears, like wanting to connect with my dad before he dies. My dad's 40 years older than I am, so that's always kind of been a concern for me growing up, I guess. Having older parents and seeing my dad's hair get gray when I was like 10. So yeah, that's all that together, and just trying to approach the issue well and process everything all together, and try to come to a good conclusion about it.
I fear and mourn my father's death each day he lives. I chew on my teeth like sugar cubes, thinking just of him. Good man in a bad circumstance left him and me beneath. I fear that we dug each other's graves, but we never seemed to dig that deep. Whoa, 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 whoa. I like to think that we made good memories early on. Bad humor on a thrift store shirt bought fresh off the neighbor's lawn. I couldn't see them, but I knew about your demons, and they haunt me still today. Dear Father, I never didn't love you, and I do, but I'm still afraid. Don't go before I rise, for fear will really speak, and your heart will steer from mine. Don't go before I wait, so my eyes can see the good from our mistakes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dear Father, I really hate to say it, but I'm torn from the problems past. We were never quite as close as the other boys were to their dads. 40 years of distance might have been the culprit, but I still carry my unrest. Dear Father, my hope is not to hurt you, but despite all my hurt, I'm blessed. Dear Father, I know he was a drunkard and he never came home at night. Guilt raids my every accusation when I think of all that you made right. Your father never said he loved you till he laid on his final bed. Dear Father, I know the past is static, but I'm crying to be closer, Dad. Don't go before our eyes, for fear will really speak and your heart will steer from mine. Don't go before I wake, so my eyes can see the good from our mistakes. Oh, hold me now, Father, hold me now, Father, hold me now, Father, hold me now, Father, hold us now, Father, hold us now, Father. Dear Father, I won't say you don't want it or that you don't need it to. I'm sorry I packaged all my sadness and I kept it away from you. Whatever happens, don't believe the lie that I resent your name. Dear Father, you're the best that's ever happened and we've years to fix mistakes.